And we are live. Oh my God. That sandwich is spicy. Ooh. Just got back home. Ancient Aliens Live. That was nice of Nick. He's messaging me. Mr. Pope. Lance might have a surprise if he calls me. That sandwich was yummy. Spicy but yummy. Haha, Nick. He is such a nice guy, Nick Pope. Ooh. Oh. Damn. They put a lot of pepper on that sandwich. It's TikTok time. It might be time for a fire. I'm actually cold. I need an ashtray. I need more than an ashtray. I need apple juice. Oh shit, it says Ancient Aliens Live. You're not allowed to film, take photos, anything while the event is going on. No photos, no videos, no nothing. I may have to make a fire. I'm like cold. Which means I gotta go out and get firewood.
Panina na numunis, magabaka. My baby is fara.
Let me take this watch off. I always forget. There we go. Mike missed it tonight. It was awesome tonight. I gotta get wood. All right, Tycho, back out. I'm glad I'm home, though. Definitely. Firewood, firewood. Tycho, back up. This is not for you. This is for the fire. This is not for you to chew. It's not for you. I just got home. I need a lighter. I got one. Oh, it was great. Ancient Aliens Live. Got to shake Giorgio's hand, talk to him for a few minutes. Got a picture. The pictures won't be ready for 3 days. They send them to you. Got a signed poster. And I gave somebody a VIP, and she was so happy. Her name was, oh my God. What was her name? Oh my God. She's gonna get me. Oh shit. I'm bad with names. I'm just bad with names. She might come into chat. She might come onto YouTube. I just got back from seeing Ancient Aliens live. And I was looking in the crowd because I had the VIP. I don't know where they are. And I said, that girl looks excited. She had to be in her 20s or early 30s. And I said, I got a surprise for you. The VIP photo op. I had an extra for her. Because I had an extra. And I said, here you go. She was like, oh, she got all excited. I was so happy for her. She got so excited. And she got to take pictures, shake their hands, all that, while her friends waited outside. But it was great. She had a Tycho, stop. I just took you out literally. Literally. But she was so happy, and I was happy for her. I just can't remember her freaking name. She might pop into the Tube of You chat. I told her my channel. So she got to take the picture with them. She was excited. And she even got one of these. She got one of these. Signed by them. So she definitely got one of those. That's going in a frame. I need to put this away. And I gotta put this away. Because this is how I download my picture of me with them. They said 3 days check. So I made somebody very happy tonight. And I was so happy for her. She was so happy. I can't think of her name though. That's so bad. She might pop into chat, you never know. And the cool thing that Lance doesn't know yet is, guess who might be speaking at Pine Bush next year? Giorgio of Ancient Aliens. I tried to call Lance to tell him the news. He doesn't even know yet. So we might have Giorgio. Hell no, the poster's not for Mom. The poster's for me. That's Ancient Aliens. They all signed it. No way. That's for me. Are you kidding? Those are all the Ancient Aliens guys. They signed their autographs on that poster. I got a picture with them. Hell no, that's mine. For Mom, what are you, nuts? I mean, I was hanging out with them. I couldn't stay. Because Nick Pope is so cool. He said, hey, Ben, he goes, hey, that's Bill from Pine Bush, the guy I was telling you about. He's telling this to Giorgio. Now, I didn't want to bother Giorgio because they were taking photos with other people. So, yeah, he goes like that. He did it on stage a few times. He did this. Giorgio did that a few times. We're not saying it's aliens, but he did that. Everybody started dying. He's a really, 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 really nice guy. Giorgio. I finally got to meet him. I shook his hand, talked to him for a few minutes. Nah, the alien talks too much. Oh, I am definitely partying tonight, but the problem is I ain't doing it on the Tuba View. Ben, you got to get TikTok, you got to get Twitchy Land or Rumbler Nation. It ain't working on the Tuba View and Bookface. It's just not working. And you've known me long enough where you shouldn't even have to. That's not even a second fucking thought. I am always 18 plus on TikTok. Always. Oh, I had fun. And I surprised this young woman. I don't know how old she was. Wasn't paying attention to that. But I was looking in the whole audience. I was scanning the audience. Who would be deserving of this VIP ticket that I had an extra one that Nick left me? And I saw her jump up to stand in front by the stage, all excited to have that in the backdrop, the Ancient Aliens thing. I said, she's the one. So I went up to her, and she was with other people. And I told them, hold on. They're like wondering, who the fuck am I? I said, are you a big fan of this and the show? She goes, oh my God, yes. Well, I got a surprise for you. Here's a free VIP ticket. She goes, what? Is this real? Really? I said, yes. It's worth $110. I gave somebody a $110 ticket. And she was so happy. So her friends had to leave while the other people that had the VIP stayed back. And we were just hanging out. And she was so cool. She's not a social media person. But I told her, get YouTube. Come and hang out. No, I did. I really did. She might come on, but she's on Tuba View. She doesn't have TikTok. She doesn't use that stuff. I said, come on. See, this is the ticket I gave her, but this is mine. I gave her one. Can you imagine giving this to someone? Who does that? Do you know many people that would do that? Or would try to sell it? Even. Does it say the price? No, they ripped the price off. It's $110 just for this. And trust me, I made her fucking night. You can bet on that. She was so happy. So deserving of it. As a fan. Don't we need that more? More selflessness? So, the poster's beautiful. It's really nice. And they took, photographs. I went up to the stage. I started laughing with them because I said, you two have been on shows on the network with Martin Willis, and they started laughing because they see me in the background. I'm the guy behind the scenes. And they started laughing because they know. I never, ever met Giorgio. Not even in a show. He's never been on a show on the network. Ever. But I got to meet him today. And Nick Pope is funny. He's like, hey, Giorgio, there's Bill. He's the guy I was telling you about, Pine Bush. I was there this year. Like, Nick got excited. I was like, oh, shit. Nick is making me propped up like I'm something bigger than I am because I'm very humble. I'm like, oh, my God. Hey, Giorgio, how are you? Pleasure to meet you. You guys did great tonight. The whole thing. And they did. He is a really, really fucking nice guy. They all are. Giorgio's really nice. He's a down-to-earth human being. And he could see in his present, they didn't have, it was really cool. It was like they're all talking. Nick is like the moderator. He's asking them questions. And then at times they would put clips up from the show on the big screen behind them. But they all had a great sense of humor. And like I said, Giorgio did this a few times. You see, if you know Ancient Aliens, And he was spreading, he said it. Compromise, bringing people together. Peace, love. I was like, oh shit. I loved his message. He was awesome. I loved his positive energy message. Because they were talking about how Ancient Aliens started as a 2-hour show in 2009, and now it's going into its, 16th season? 300 episodes? And it's an international thing. Ancient Aliens is like an international thing now. And he was saying how it brings people together, from all walks of life. And he had a great message. I really, tonight, a lot of respect for Mr. Hare, Giorgio Hare. A lot of respect. How Nick Pope, oh shit, I just deleted his message. Oh my God. Oops. I wished him, because I thanked him. What's up, Bob? I thanked him. And I told him happy upcoming holidays to him and his wife, family. And he said, thanks, you too. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Not many people can call Nick Pope and he's going to call you back. I will tell you that. That is a fact. Because this guy, some of these people on certain levels, they'll only talk to you if they really know you. Otherwise, it's like email exchanges. Oh, yeah, write me to my email. And I'll get back to you. And Nick is freaking awesome. And we're friends. We're friends. And it's like so cool. He's such a nice person. And there's something else going on. I forgot to tell Nick because he's Mr. MOD, and it involves something. I mean, I got something going on in the background that I contacted somebody today to talk to 2 people in Congress. They have direct connection because that person is directly involved with Congress members right now on something. So I said, listen. And he knows who I was talking about. He knows him. He's met him. This dude is ready to testify. He said, what, Bill? Really? I said, yes. Talk to Congressperson 1 and 2 and tell them, because they're part of this. I'm going to tell you this right now. If this shit happens, some other people are going to have to get involved too. And I may have to push those people directly involved in a case. This could turn out to be a really fucking serious thing. What I got myself in the middle of. So we'll see. I got to put myself in the middle of something really big. I can't talk about it, but this could be huge at a future hearing. This isn't even a joke. Oh. Ow. Come on, Tycho. Go lay down. I'm relaxing. I just got home. I'm going to relax, drink some apple juice. I got my fire going. That's why I'm not ready yet, because I got to watch the fire. The wood stove. I'm on TikTok. You never know how they'll try to interpret that. Yes, I'm using a wood stove. I just started to get warm. It looks like it's catching, but I always have to keep an eye on it. It's chilly. It's about 48 degrees, if I had to guess. Alexa, what's the temperature?
It's 46 degrees.
Oh, I was close.
Today's high was 66.
Alexa, stop. I'm always close. If I'm off by more than 5, something's wrong with me. Because I'm never off by more than 5. Very rare. And what's up to everybody on TikTok? It's gonna be. Now I don't know if anything's going on. It's not good here. I can't put the camera out. Plus, I am so hyped after Ancient Aliens. I'm just chilling out. Where you going, Amo? Where you going? Be back later. Oh, don't who said sorry? What? Ben, don't be sorry to him. Are you cray cray? Really? Really? We're gonna be sorry to Amole? No, but did you see the poster? It's beautiful. It's really nice. And it's signed by them. See? Pretty cool. The picture comes. I had to do a generic. They have. It's cool. They bring you up on a stage, and like I said, I was talking to them. I was the last guy online for a reason, because I had to talk to them. There was like 50 people to take a picture, but they whisk them on stage. The rule is you have to use hand sanitizer before you shake anybody's hand, because they don't want to get them sick. So they were just like, person gets in there, they shake hands, they say hello. That's it, just hello. And then they stand there, take a picture. Next, me. Not me. Could you imagine me just saying hello and taking the picture, walking off? That would never happen with my big mouth. Plus, Nick pumped me up. I was like, oh shit. Nick is like, hey Giorgio, there's Bill. I was like, oh shit. Oh my God. He's the guy I was telling you, Pine Bush, that he got me there this year. And they want you. I said, yeah. We'd love to have you at Pine Bush next year. I'll be in touch. And you guys did great tonight. A pleasure to meet you all. Shook their hand. I only shook Giorgio. I didn't want to bother everybody. But they know me, these two, from doing shows. The other ones. Actually, the three of them. The only one I never met was Giorgio. What an introduction I got. Oh my God, I don't think Giorgio will forget that one. Bill at Pine Bush. Hey, like if I ever met Giorgio, I go, well, I'm probably going to meet him again. It might happen. We might have Giorgio for Pine Bush next year. Could you imagine that? Mr. Ancient Aliens himself at fucking Pine Bush? That, he's going to be the only speaker. Because it's going to cost. The only person will be Giorgio. That's it. But 90 minutes of Giorgio. And it's going to be maybe a Friday night instead of the Saturday for Pine Bush in 2026. We're already going over. I can't wait to tell Martin. Because I would love Martin to do an interview with Giorgio there for his freaking show. It's too late to call. I should try. He might get pissed at me, but it's important. It's big news.
Your call has
Oh
been
my
forwarded
God!
to voicemail.
He's going to freak out when he sees the message I just wrote him. Martin. But I'm going to hook Martin up. What? Did I hear what? KJ. What? I just texted you back, KJ. I just read what you sent me on TikTok. Oh my god. Oh my god, the whole crew is here tonight on TikTok. What's going on? Oh yes, it's ladies' night. No, they did not speak on Atlas at all. At all. They spoke about ancient astronauts, ancient aliens. Like, actually, they went into a lot into like different locations that you would see them on the show. The Giza, the pyramids, Stonehenge, ley lines, Skinwalker, definitely the Nazca lines, ley lines, how they got interested in this stuff, because it was for the audience. And then Nick went off on. They gave Nick his time because Nick was like the moderator. But then they said, "And Nick, we take care of the old stuff. You kind of know about what's going on in the newer stuff, UAPs. What do you got to say about all this?" And then Nick went off on his thing, which was excellent. Because he's really good with the crowd. Nick Pope is really good working the crowd. And he says the right things that gets responses from the crowd. He knows he's a pro. And Giorgio, they all did. Giorgio really knows how to, and he's so like humble. Oh no, I'm not gonna rest tonight. What? Who's that?
You have one, Billy?
Have one what?
You know, cigarette?
Yes.
It's Ava who's talking.
It's Abo. Thank you for the turkey, Abo. All right, now it's time. I don't think Moon of Blue is gonna be cold enough, but I'd rather have Moon of Blue. Moon of Blue. Moon of Blue. All right, Tycho, stay away from there. But it was a really good night. Wait till, like, there's so much going on now. A lot of developments for me. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of shit going on. And it's like, it's almost like being in a spy thriller movie. Like, it's like secrets behind the scenes. No leaks. It's like so, oh my gosh. Like tomorrow I have to have a call privately. It has nothing to do with Pine Bush. It has to do with something else that's big. And what's the crazy thing is? I'm the middle person. But only at the beginning. Because my policy is, I'll get you guys to hook up, then you take it from there. I never want to be like a third party person. Because it has nothing to do with me. But I'll make it happen. I'll make the connections. Then the rest is on you guys. That's how I do things. And people respect me for that because they know I'm not trying to be there to be like part of it. Like, try to keep myself involved in something that really I have no reason to be involved with. There are people like that. They want to feel important. So they want to like say they were part of the whole thing. I don't need that. I get a lot of respect for what I try to do to make things happen behind the scenes on a professional level and not about a personal level. Because, all these people that I've met over the years, I don't even have pictures with them because I never fucking think about taking pictures with them because I'm not thinking about myself. I'm thinking about helping everybody else. Trust me, ask any of them. They will tell you that. And that's the reputation you build not over a year, over a decade. That's consistency. It's not like a fake. You can't do that for how many years now? 11 years? And look what I did tonight, giving somebody a VIP ticket that was worth $110 for free. Look, somebody else would have said, listen, I got a VIP ticket here for 110. Give me 50 and it's yours. I could have easily done that just to anybody in that fucking crowd. How could I do something like that? The tickets were given to me for free by Nick, and I'm gonna sell it? That's a morality problem right there. That's definitely nothing I would do. Something I get for free and then sell it? That is bad. I could never do something like that. So I was like, I could tell you, and too bad the guys, I should have given them my information. The security guards, I was talking to them outside. I stood outside for 45 minutes trying to give the ticket away to somebody. And they were like, and then they saw me inside and saw me go with the person. And they said, oh, you found somebody. They actually said, you found somebody. I said, yep, right there, her. It was funny. It was like a joke. It was, can you imagine going somewhere and you have an extra ticket and your intention is not to sell it to somebody? You want to give somebody a free fucking ticket. Do you know what the 2 tickets were valued at together? $200. But what I did, I left the freebie ticket with the security guard, and I said, if you see anybody go over there, give them the ticket. Because I wasn't going to wait outside. I couldn't wait anymore. I had to go in. If you see somebody going to the gate, the box office, give them this ticket. But I kept the VIP. So when I walked in, I would find somebody and surprise the shit out of them. And I did with her. I forget her name. Oh my God. I gave her one of my Tuba View channels. Hopefully she'll pop in. See, look, Mike says it. Yep, Bill is definitely behind the scenes at the events. I know that from working with him. It's true. Mike was helping me the whole fucking time in Massachusetts. Holy shit. That was crazy. That whole night, that whole day was crazy, Mike. In the restaurant, doing the paranormal shit in the, what was it? The ATVs, right? Where I lost my glasses. I forgot who was driving it, and he hit a bump, and my glasses went flying. And then we saw that weird shit in the sky. All of us. There was like 20 of us. We all were like, what the is that? Remember? He knows. That was at the UFO park. You guys don't have no idea. Like, I was showing a little bit to you last night. Yeah, what goes on behind the scenes. It's a trip. And sometimes it's not so good. Ask Mike. He knows what happened at the place when filming was going on. I had to take over. Remember, Mike? Those guys walked out, the other film crew, and I had to break out my camera, remember? And then, what about the phone? I had somebody else's fucking phone. I can't remember whose it was. I had somebody else's phone. I thought it was mine. And then I couldn't find mine, but it was at the restaurant. Thank God they had it. That was crazy. Yeah, that's right. He just said it. And you had someone else's phone when you thought it was yours. Yes, I just said that. That's fucking funny. Oh my gosh. So Ancient Aliens was really cool tonight. But the guy who runs the museum, he's in Jersey tonight because I actually invited him to go with me. But he had to go. Wait till he finds out the news that I may be able to get Giorgio for Pine Bush for next year. He might have to go use the restroom. He might get too excited. You know what it's like to have Mr. Ancient Aliens at an event? That brings a lot of people that like this stuff. He would be a big deal. Guess who picks him up at the airport and drops him off? Guess who checks him into the hotel? Guess who picks him up that morning to go to the event? And drops him off? Me. That's my job at Pine Bush. And of course, setting up making sure all the equipment is working inside. If he's going to do a PowerPoint, if he wants me to do it, I do it for him. Or if he wants to do it, he could do it. I have to connect everything, mics, all that bullshit. Stallers, you're funny. So, and I want to see if I can get Martin an interview. I don't want to bother them now because I already bothered Nick already with a few texts. So he said, I told Giorgio you'd like him at the festival and that I had a good time. So if you or Lance send a quick email making the request and giving the date, I'll forward it to him, and either he or his booker manager will reply. So there's a good chance Giorgio could be at Pine Bush next year. That would be huge for the community. And he's awesome with the crowd. And he is Ancient Aliens. He's the face of it, of the franchise. He is. But then I really get to hang out with him. He has no choice. He's going to be in the car with me. Oh my gosh. He's like one of the top names I've never met. He was like the one. I met Childress. I interviewed Childress in Roswell. I have the clip. I interviewed Nick at Roswell, and I picked him up at the airport this year. That's how I got to know Nick more than from Roswell. So I knew Nick. Spent some, I told the story last night. I picked him up from the airport, and my friend Petita's in the back seat, and it's a 3-lane, and then it goes into a 2-lane, and there's a tractor trailer in the right lane. I'm in the center lane, and he's running out of lane, and he's just coming right at me. And Petita's like, Bill, there's a tractor trailer coming toward us. And I can't get to the other lane because I got to wait for there's an opening. I just can't move. I could hit another car. I have to wait to get a space. So this is happening at the same time. I didn't freak out though. Ask Petita, I handled it pretty Mr. Cool. But then Nick says, Bill, first I said, I need a cigarette. I didn't want to smoke in the car. I asked Nick, can I have a cigarette right now? He goes, sure, have a cigarette. And then he says, by the way, in his English accent, by the way, I just had my first NDE experience with you. Near-death experience. Oh my, ask Petita, she'll tell you that's a true story. I was like, oh shit. I'm not, you know what? I'm not a fanboy with them. I'm saying Giorgio was like the last big name that I never met or spoke to. I can't think of, oh no, maybe I never spoke to Bob Lazar. I mean, I have talked to Knapp because he was on a show with Linda when I produced it. I definitely talked a few times to Jeremy Corbell doing shows. I never, like the Whistleblowers, I haven't spoke to them. Grush. I did, he was on a show. He was Fravor. definitely, I actually speak to Kevin Day at times. Like, I really talk to I know a lot of these people. It's crazy. I never met some of them, but I've spoken with them. And I actually have their contacts and all that shit. My phone would be a serious confiscation. It would be. It's like, oh my God, he's got everybody's number on everybody's phone number on his phone. But how else am I? I have a lot on Teams too, from Skype imported. Mom, Ma, that door's open. It's cold in here. I got the fire and it's open. Yeah, I mean, they went through the whole story, and it was crazy. Oh my God, stop. Giorgio was saying how it happened. Because Kevin Burns, rest in peace, it was his baby. And then the same people that were involved with Ancient Aliens is involved with Skinwalker Ranch on TV and Oak Island. But it was originally a 2-hour special, Ancient Aliens. And then he said he got a call 6 months later. Are you ready for this? They want to do season 1 for Ancient Aliens. Do you have more pyramids to go to? That's what Giorgio said on stage tonight. I was like, oh shit. And he says, we've been on ever since. I think it was 2009, he said. Or 2008, I don't remember. That's a long time. That's a long time Ancient Aliens has been on. This is apple juice. I know that. Dusty. But look, I mean, Tycho, stop it. I took you up when I got home. I mean, that is a pretty cool poster, right? I'll have the picture in a few days. But that was part of the VIP that Nick left me. But I did get to talk to them after, shake their hands and talk to them. So, and I'm trying to work a deal. It was business too. It wasn't just pleasure. I was representing Pine Bush. You know what I'm saying? I want to get him to speak here this next year. Because I'm the guy. And Martin Willis has helped me a lot recently. Get speakers at Pine Bush. And Martin's the MC. So we work together, Martin and I. Because Martin knows a lot of people. Holy shite. Oh, I'm definitely going to frame that. But you got to remember, I have a poster here that's awesome. It's got Childress. There's a lot of signatures on that one from Roswell. Nick Pope is on that. I mean, I don't want to show it because I look terrible because I weighed 75 more pounds and was really sick. This was not good. This was not good. And I was in the hospital 2 months later because of that. And hello to Erica. Who's in here? David Laws. Of course, Starla. What's that? I can't. Bomb. I know KJ's here. Connie. Motown Kitties. Anybody on TikTok? Hello. Do they and do you believe the government? Are you kidding me? Of course they are. I know. Well, I will tell you. There are. Oh, I don't even know if I want to say that. I'll get in trouble. Oh my God, I'm gonna go down. You gotta wait maybe after a few more apple juices and ask that question again. There are definitely those in Congress right now that know it exists, but they can't do nothing because they've been told to stop. That is for sure. like, back off. That is a fact. And I'm not getting into details. Just, I'll put it that way. That's why I say the things I say. Like, you're never going to see anything at a hearing. It's just going to be somebody talking. You're not going to see the evidence. You're not going to... Just think of it this way. When the Gang of Eight show up at a hearing, then you know it's serious. Until that happens, because they have the clearance, then it's a nothing to see here. Period. It has to get more serious.
You're back?
I've been back for an hour.
Wow.
You want to see what I got? Look at this, how cool. Signed
Nice.
by all of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
they signed it.
Wow. That is...
But everybody got one of these that had VIP.
Okay.
But Nick gave me the VIP, and then I met them all after and talked to them for a
Wow.
few minutes. He might speak at Pine Bush, Mr. Hare.
was the hair here?
Yeah, Giorgio. I might get him for Pine Bush.
Dude, I like how he
Why are you still up? You're supposed to go to bed and get up at 5:30 in the morning. What are you doing?
Wow. I woke up. I'm going back to sleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you eat?
I ate this. Can I take a little bit more pizza?
Of course you can.
Or you gonna have that piece?
No way.
You ate already?
I had 2 slices of pizza in where I was at. And I bought your old place where you worked. What's that place called? Quick Check?
Yeah.
I bought one of those 12-inch Heroes.
Wow, that's awesome.
Fucking Giants sub. Oh no, what? What? And what's up? Who came in? I saw somebody come in. Starly, you got that, right? The folks coming into TikTok? And I hope that all of you coming in, Rainbow Bear and... Oh my God, I'm gonna go down. I'll just say, everybody, the general public would freak out if they were to know we're not alone. Do you think the general public doesn't think? Okay, I'm not saying that extraterrestrials or interdimensionals or whatever is here. Let's take that out. Don't think you ask people this question? Do you think we're alone in the universe? I guarantee over 50% are gonna say no. That's a generic question. But if you get more into specifics, do you think we're being visited? It'll be less than 50. But if you ask people, do you think we're alone in the universe? I think definitely the majority would say, hell no. But are they coming here? That's a whole different... That's different. So when you break it like that, look, I know a lot of people. I mean, I'm friends with Travis Walton. That is not even a joke. I am, like, really friends with Travis Walton. We're good friends. Oh, my mother. What? I don't know. I didn't say no lights to come on.
You didn't say nothing?
No, I didn't say nothing. Close the door because I'm freezing and I got the heat on.
Huh?
No, I did not.
And it went on.
I don't know. Shut the door.
There must be
A ghost. Shut the door. Thank gosh. Like, I know Kathleen Martin, Betty Bonnie Hill. And then there's Tom Reed. Right, Mike? Mike knows Tom. I could yell at Tom. I'm like the only person that's allowed to yell at Tom Reed. Because he knows when I yell at him, it's because he respects me yelling at him. Because he knows I really care. Right, Mike? I don't know if he's still in chat. Oh, shit, he's got a photo of us at the UFO park. He sent it to me in an email. Oh, I'm afraid what I look like. Oh, Mike. I'm afraid to find out what I look like in this photo from UFO Park. Did you send it? I don't see nothing in the email. Not yet, at least. Sometimes it takes time from you. I'll keep an eye. Nothing there yet. But I was making the point. Oh my God. Oh, Roswell. No. Well, that's a folder. The Convention Center. Bill Roswell. This might be it. Yep, this is it. Like, oh, I'm afraid to look at these clips because I look terrible. Oh my God, for the station. We can put sound. I can play this. I'm in it. What the fuck? David Childress.
I'd like to welcome a special guest, truly an amazing author with over 25 books, co-star in Ancient Aliens. He's traveled the world numerous times. I'd like to welcome to KGRA Digital Broadcast to the audience, Mr. David Childress.
All right, thanks.
A pleasure to meet you. Now, we could talk about so many books because you have so many exceptional books that you have written. But right now, you just have a new book out, and it's focused on Bigfoot in North America.
I have it. He signed it for me.
The Bigfoot Files, The Reality of Bigfoot in North America. It's my third Bigfoot book. I did one on Yetis and Sasquatch some years ago.
So you see, I interviewed him. Well, let's just pick a few. Well, there's Ben Hansen, John Alexander. That's a big one. He doesn't do many. And then, like I said, look, who's this?
The names
Nick
of
Pope.
projects,
Individuals.
any details. No.
Right.
But as I say, the public is only one part of this conversation. The other part is Congress.
Yes.
And Congress, of course, and particularly those parts that are
My
really
God, look how big
have the
I am
high
in these
security clearances
videos.
to
My
hear
God,
this.
I look like I'm gonna
Congress
blow up.
is now fully engaged on the David Grush story. Here's what I'm hearing. Point number one, David Grush checks out. He is who he says he is. He did serve.
Like I said, I've got a few of these. I mean, even with the pieces of metal that were in my hand, I
Right.
When I'm 90.
It was a different type of.
with a pot belly and a,
Right. I've seen those.
walking on the beach. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
let me see if it's the metal. I interviewed him a lot, Chuck Zukowski. There it is, the metal.
it's found back
They
in
found this the
2002.
day before
And so we found
in
two
the
pieces,
field in
and the guy
desert where
already
the
got
crash
some
supposedly
pieces 'cause
happened.
He found some before. He says, "I'll give you one. We're going to do analysis at the same time, see if we can get the information out by Roswell Festival this year." I said, "Okay, we got to look for them." So he took one, and I have the other. And I'll give you the one. This one was found on June 3rd.
I don't know if you guys can see this on the camera, but this is an actual fragment recovered at. Is this the
Debris
the,
site, the
which
skip site.
The skip site.
The skip site.
Wow. It's actually in this container here. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera.
Okay, so this is cool now. Now I have this piece, Frank's got his. Now, we're frantically looking for labs to
It
do-
almost looks like aluminum foil.
It does.
It's light.
It's very light. And what you don't see is when you look at it under a microscope, it's destroyed. Matter of fact, let me tell you what happened. So
So this is, I get into it. I'm very passionate because I love this stuff. So, and I don't need to like prepare because I know a lot about this stuff. I'm with them. You know, I spend time with them. I know what they're doing. It's not like I know him. I know these people. I know what they're involved with. But because I, believe it or not, and Mark knows this story of Marianne, I was supposed to go with them out to that fucking field. But I couldn't get there in time to Roswell. I was supposed to go with them to the crash site, but I couldn't make it. And I was pissed. I wanted to go. And then they found that. Toby went a few. Toby's got a piece. If I would have went, I would have fucking had a piece. Toby is the UAP, was the UAP writer for the Roswell Daily Record. So I have more interviews. I'm not going to sit here and do that because I want to enjoy myself and listen to music at some point. I see what you guys are writing. But who was it? I don't know if David is still here. I could, if he's still here, because he brought this up. This book is a must book to have. You brought this up about the government. Cover up. See this? No, that was not the first government cover up. No way. Think about that. David, think about what you just said. Roswell's 47. What happened before that they covered up? Allegedly. Think of the Battle of LA. What was that? What were they shooting at? It wasn't the Japanese, it wasn't the Germans. A lot of people think there was something up in that sky. You resent it? And there's actually a person you should look into. Actually, I should bring him on one day. Oh my God! What?
Every song me a song, no?
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if you could play it on the phone or something.
He has to record it on the phone and then he sends it.
You heard that?
All right, I'll play it later. Ma, I'm live right now.
He sent it.
Tell AB I just went to see Ancient Aliens live. They signed the poster for me, everything. Anyway, he knows I know everybody. He was there when we saw the UFO on the beach. He was there.
Yes.
He was freaking there when we saw that on the beach. There's not many people that could say that.
Well, when we saw that at the
AB was there when we saw that weird, those colored lights over the ocean in Montauk.
yeah, right. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah.
No. I was just saying, I was telling people that are watching my stream right now that you were there when we had that experience. Ma, close the door. I'm live.
Okay, Billy, just stop it already.
So in this book, right off the get-go, and I don't know if David is still here. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. No, but you have, this is why disclosure will never happen. And it's right off the get-go. This is Stanton Freeman's forward. I don't want to misquote. Okay, right here. Listen to this very carefully. This is important. By law. It's related to law. In a lawsuit of Citizens Against UFO Secrecy versus the NSA, National Security Agency, a U.S. District Court reviewed a top secret 21-page affidavit concerning the National Security Agency's UFO documents. The affidavit was partially declassified and released to us, the group, with the plaintiff suing the government to try to get information. May 18th, 1982. Although virtually all reports of UFOs have been censored out of the affidavit, they took it all out. with the singular exception of a brief reference to a 1973 report, a few interesting comments are left to ponder. For example, UFOs are placed into a class of information that the NSA refers to as surprise material. And another reference is made to a document which describes the NSA's ability to deal with unusual phenomenon. These terms hardly describe a trivial, unimportant subject. A total of 239 UFO documents were discovered by the NSA in their files, with 79 originating from other government agencies. These agencies, unnamed, also refused to allow their documents to be released. The NSA documents primarily took the form of either communications intelligence reports or signal intelligence reports. The period covered by these documents spanned 21 years, 58 to 79. After reviewing the arguments, the court declared in its memorandum and order that the release of the documents, quote, could seriously jeopardize the work of the agency and the security of the United States, end quote. In balancing the public interest in the issue of UFOs against the agency's need for secrecy, the court further determined that, quote, public interest in disclosure is far outweighed by the sensitive nature of the materials and the obvious effect on national security their release may well entail, end quote. That's why disclosure will never happen. There's precedent in 82 in a court case that they don't have to release shit to the public because it's national security. I say this all the time. It far outweighs public interest. In other words, the public does not need to know. Oh my God, she's calling me every 5 minutes. What is it?
Maybe send me
I understand. I know you told me. I will show it to you later.
oh, you have it.
I don't. He probably sent it to your phone. I'll check my phone. Yeah, I'll check.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, close the door. Anyway,
Let's forget about it. Let me listen.
oh my God. Anyway, that's why there's actual precedent in the courts. So you know how when they litigate a case and they'll refer to a past case? Well, in case or in this versus this, which is a similar case, they used to back up their current case. That there's precedent already. So hell yeah, we're never gonna know. We're never gonna know. That's now what Dusty just said might make more sense if it comes from a civilian point of view and civilian evidence. Then it's probably pretty much undeniable. I think that's what he's trying to say. But as far as they're concerned, they'll cover it up as much as they can until they can't anymore, where they just can't. There always comes a point where when we get to that point, how we get there, I don't know. Like I said earlier, there is someone in Congress that I know what's going on, that this person knows what's going on and can't say a word and has been told to back off. And said that this person seen something that is not of this world. Currently in Congress right now. And that's all I can say. Can you imagine that? the technology that the person witnessed said that shit is not ours. They're still trying to figure out what it is. How it's creating its energy source. And that's as much as I'm fucking gonna say. So, don't think they don't know. Don't think it's, oh, well, it's reverse engineered, back engineered from shit that crashed. And I always say, what Ryan Graves, and that's my hint, what Ryan Graves describes is something you should pay attention to. That's the biggest fucking hint I could tell you. Ryan Graves was right. But you have to know all the stuff that's going on. When I say Ryan Graves, if you don't know who Ryan Graves is, it's like, who the fuck is Ryan Graves? Do the research. See what he witnessed while he was in his plane, his military aircraft. See what he describes. And that's a great point that David makes. If they wanted to do us harm, they would have done it already. Do you realize they could have been here before we were here? They could have been here this whole fucking time. They could be in our oceans where we can't get to. They could be watching this planet for, or involved in some way with this planet for God knows how long. We don't know. I'm speculating, of course. But if you look at the evidence, and I'm talking actual physical evidence in cave drawings, or even in some religious text references, or even Renaissance paintings, or oral traditions of indigenous peoples. If you take all that, even historically, in addition to all the what people would deem as credible witnesses of all types, law enforcement, people that you would, personnel, military, blah, 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 pilots, this, that, even astronauts. That's a lot of circumstantial because where's the actual evidence? But I think it makes a clear picture that something, even if you look at it from a religious point of view, a creator, what does most religions refer to? Above. From out there. What is it with the up there? In any context you put it in so many different ways. Whether it's religious, indigenous, actual artifacts, paintings. I think the overwhelming consensus here is above. Did we just come up with that? As as civilizations, different societal groups around the world? I mean, there has to be something there. There just has to be. And like I said, I'm a Catholic. But I still know what I've experienced in my life and seen. Whether it was with my own eyes or with camera. And my lucid dreams. And mom's claiming she's seen a tall, 7-foot tall, white, translucent, reptilian looking thing right by her bedroom during the middle of the day and she's awake. Like what? But there are people that have never had an experience. Do you know how many people I talk to at Pine Bush that they come up to me because they know who I am after all these years? They know. And they tell me their stories. And I listen to them. And I actually listen to them because who am I? I mean, I've had my experiences. I want to hear theirs. And like Dusty said, it may be ordinary people talking about extraordinary circumstances that actually bring out the truth in this whole thing at the end. I'm gonna tell you, it's a fascinating topic. I was talking to people today. I was like, and in a pizzeria, and I was having a conversation with them, and I was like, I know some people think it's woo woo. I think some things are woo woo myself, and I got into a whole big conversation. But I'm telling you, people should take this shit more seriously. Really. Because a lot of it people mistake for natural phenomenon, aircraft, drones, AI fake videos, photos, all that. We're way past weather balloons. Even though balloons actually are a part of it. But there are instances where it's like, what the? Like, okay, now this one, I don't know about this one. And it's like, whoa. And there's a few of those. But I want to see, like everybody else, I want to see just straight up, without a doubt, evidence. Now, trust me, I'm friends with John Burroughs. We're working on this show every week. We're going into our 17th week doing this show. And actually, no, I better not say that. So, just working with John and knowing John for so many years, Rendlesham, the whole. There are a lot of people out there that were on bases that have never come forward, that have had experiences, but they don't want to get involved. There are a lot of witnesses out there that just don't want nothing to do with it. They just don't. They see what goes on in the media and all that shit. They don't want to become targets. They're living in their own private lives. You think they want to put themselves in the middle of the limelight again and get attacked and trolled and discredited, intimidated, and threatened? They're saying, hell no. Yeah, we saw it with like 20 people. Mike, when we saw what we saw in UFO Park, there was a lot of us. There was a lot of people there. That was like a mass sighting. Not a mass hallucinatory sighting, but it was a real deal. It was real. We all seen it. People trying to put it alive on YouTubes and all that. I was like, oh my God. It was so wild. And you remember what was going on when that shit came out? Remember he was playing through those speakers, that frequency? To see if he could draw it in. Remember that? He was blaring it in the fucking speakers, and then lights show up. I was like, this is cray cray. But it happened. It really did happen. What happened? Your photo's not loading. We couldn't open the image file. Why not? Try again in a little while. Outlook is messing around. I'm gonna have to check again later, Mike, your picture. It's not working. I'll try to refresh it, but why am I blue? Oh, maybe now. Oh my God, look it. Oh my God. Dude, do I really want to show this picture? Oh my God. Fucking Tom. Oh my God. So this is at UFO Monument Park, Sheffield, Massachusetts. It's my friend Michael, Tom Reed, and myself in this photo. So in that order, left to right. So it's Mike, Tom, and myself at the UFO Monument Park. And I have my camera, and I'm doing filming and all this crazy shit that night. That day. That was a long day. That was a long night. And it's fun. Trust me, it's fun. So, oh my gosh. So yeah, it was insane, right? You remember that, Mike? How crazy it was that day? There was all kinds of weird shit going on. But it's fun. It's all in fun. I showed you some videos last night. It was funny. I'm afraid on TikTok. But it really did happen, like a celebrity thing. These real groupie fans, this is true. And it created a controversy, a scandal in Roswell. And myself and Eric of the station were there. And Eric did it too. Oh my God. So it's Travis Walton, Tom Reed, Don Schmidt from the museum. You got to know these people. If you know ufology, you know the names I'm throwing out. A few other people, myself. So she's like a fan. She takes a black magic bar and says, "Can you guys all sign? Like here?" And now I didn't sign. She went to them first. To Travis, and Travis was there with his wife. And this fan comes. And then you saw the video last night, Starla. You were here. You saw what she said. I actually have the proof. I have the video. And then Tom goes, "Hey, Bill, come on, sign." Like I'm a celebrity. Yeah, this is the guy who runs the biggest paranormal network in the world. Come on, give me a sign. I'm like, oh, shit. And then Eric signs. Poor Eric got dragged into it. And then the next day, I'm interviewing Ben Hansen. And Ben after says, "Hey, Bill, what happened at Applebee's last night? I heard something happen." I said, "Ben, what are you talking about? I was there. What happened?" And they made it sound like they were not dressed. Somebody flipped it and said that it was women that were exposing and we were signing it. That's how the story flipped. Because somebody there must have not liked Tom. And they put it on social fucking media. And it started to spread in Roswell. And I'm like, the last thing I want to do is be involved in the fucking middle of a scandal like that. I mean, I'm not trying to get into any crazy shit like that. And I had people coming up to me. And these are people that were there, speakers. And then freaking Toby from the UAP, he's good. He's a good friend of mine. We became really good friends. The guy who used to write, I don't think he's writing anymore, the UAP stuff for the Roswell Daily Record. But, okay, Mark was on the fucking line. Mark D'Antonio. And I think it was Mark, Bryce Zabel. He did the show with Ross Coulthart on for some time. Now Ross is doing his own thing, and Bryce is doing the show with Richard Dolan. But I think it was Bryce, Mark, and then me. Guess what happens? I like chicken. I took the last piece of chicken. There was only one piece left. I took it. And there was a thing going around the whole place. And somebody went on the fucking PA and say, if you're wondering where the last piece of chicken went, it's Bill over at KGRA's booth. He said it a certain way, Bill Skywatcher or some shit. I was like, oh, he's blowing me up. It became the big joke at Roswell. Because everybody wanted chicken. And they found out that I took the last piece. And it became the inside joke at Roswell. It was so fucking funny. Because people would come up to me and say, oh, and you're the guy who had the last piece of chicken. Like it was intentional. They were trying to roast me. I was targeted by the people all there that were speaking. They targeted me. It was an inside thing. And I kind of felt humbled by it. Because all these people that were speaking there, and it was a lot of people at Roswell. It was like a 3-day event. Oh my God, my door's opening again. I can't imagine who's coming in now. I don't know if it's the dog, my mother. It could be the dog. He opens the door. It could be the dog opened the door and came in the room. Ma? It was the dog. Or either that or that door just opened by itself. There's no dog in here. That door just opened by itself. Just now. The door just opened by itself. Just now. The door just opened by itself. That's crazy shit. What? Bishop, what? What did he say about me? Oh, what? The bishop said I party too much? Oh. Does this mean I gotta make a confession? Mr. Producer? Really now? Interesting. Oh, I should call him right now. Nah, it's too late. Oh my God, it's almost 1. I forgot I got home from Ancient Aliens at 11. No, that was weird. That door just opened by itself. But, okay. This was crazy. We're all having dinner in another steakhouse. This was the different steakhouse where they made me on my... You don't know what they did to me. I have the video. Look what they did to me. I gotta find it. And I know what folder it's in. It's in the... I went to Roswell twice in 2023. But you know what they did? You gotta see it to understand. You have to see it. I was like, get the... They're bad. And it was... I know who was responsible. Bob. No drumming tonight. Hell no. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. No guitar playing either. Now I hear Tycho in the room, drinking water. I'm trying to find the folder. It's here. It could be this one, Roswell. Oh, I hate when it does this. It's not showing me the videos. Oh my God. This is a nightmare. It wasn't big. Oh, I found it by luck. Oh my God. So, I'm in a steakhouse in Roswell. Okay? They say it's my birthday. It ain't my fucking birthday. What are they up to? Like, they come to the table and says, oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's not my birthday. And they set this up. I'm sitting on a fucking saddle.
Alright guys, I'm very loud, so be ready.
Oh my god.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, Texas!
Oh my God.
Can you believe it? What they did to me. I could have broke the saddle. They set me up. They set me up. And look how big I was there compared to now. Bob. Oh my God, Bob. And I was like, what the F is going on? That shit was crazy. But it was, they wanted me to experience it out west, what it's like. And I really appreciated that. That was cool. That was really cool. I mean, I've got a lot of videos, but I don't know what they are because they're not showing what they are. So I'm just clicking. Oh, that's my flight. Where am I flying into? Texas? Where the fuck is this? Oh, that's New York, is it? Where am I?
Touchdown.
I don't know where this is. I think I'm flying back from coming home. Yeah, I think that's New York in the background. It is. It's New York. I'm landing at Newark. That's New York, yeah. Freedom Tower. Where's the statue? Maybe here? I don't even know. That was me flying home. That touchdown is a bitch. When everybody's really quiet. For those who fly a lot or fly, you know. You know what that's like, right?
Touchdown.
Touchdown. I don't even know what these videos are. Oh, that's my plane. More plane. More plane. Jesus Christ, how much plane do I have? Oh my God, how many clips of the plane? Oh, the Rockies. Going to Utah. This is the Rockies. I remember that. More plane. Jesus Christ, where's all these plane videos? Roswell. But I had the camera wrong. Oh no. Is it? That's not that fucking no way. That's Roswell. I don't know where that is. Charlotte? This is Arizona, New Mexico, somewhere. There's a better video than that though. Oh yeah, we stopped with Mark. Snakes. Look how beautiful. Arizona, New Mexico is beautiful.
There could be snakes down there.
I'm following Mark. Mark D'Antonio, Mr. Astronomer.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Marianne Robb, UAPPD.
Wow. I'm staying on the inside, I can tell you that. Till we get to, I'm following you. Very slowly down. Wow.
River that you'll get in the valley.
But that's nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. That's nothing. I'm trying to find one video.
I'm still filming because, believe it or not, the cameras pick up the light.
We used to go to Sibicute Creek, which is we drive down and then you walk about.
That's
5
not
miles.
it.
Yeah, we're not.
Oh my God. I'm gonna be here all night. Oh, here. Oh no, that's when we're leaving. It's the next one.
Look. 3 people here.
Yeah, this. I gotta lower it because this was some view.
13. I think this is the motorcycle.
I can't put that on. I'm just gonna talk over it because something happened there. This was such a view. I'm gonna tell you, this was a view. You should definitely, for those that love astronomy, go check out his tube of view. Sky Tour live stream. He's got 2 telescopes in Arizona. This man is a freaking genius. He has great imagery with his telescopes, and he's an astronomer. He's on TV on like every freaking program. He's a dear friend of mine. But look at this view. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look how beautiful. Right? Isn't that beautiful? To be there in person is definitely different than on camera, video. It was fucking stunning. But before we were there, I'm gonna just skip. I don't know what this video is. We went to, I'm just skipping. I don't know what these videos are. Oh, I got some lava rocks. Oh, it's before this. Oh shit, what is that? Oh my God. Nope, it was before that. That's the Valley of Fires. There we go, VLA. 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 Where they filmed Contact? They were watching us in a van. They were fucking watching us. Can you believe that? Let me see. Oh my God. It's the same video. Oh, this is when we were getting to VLA. There they are. There's the dishes. There they are. It's fucking beautiful. To see the array, the very large array, it's VLA. Awesome. Awesome. I don't know why I have like duplicates. Yeah, I have duplicates. Weird. I don't remember having duplicates. Oh yeah, oh man, I had the right video. There we go. VLA. Look at that. Just like the movie. I'm sure we walked. It was closed, but we still went. There we go. Awesome. Look at them lined up. Look at that. Isn't that fucking cool? Yes, Bob. Definite. So that gives you an idea. The things that go on when we go on these trips. The times we have, the adventures we have, you can only imagine. What's going on in here? They recount their story and, yep, just like in Roswell. I almost walked into an anthill. And Mark said, Bill, step away. You're walking really close to an anthill, and you can see them. They're pretty big. I've never seen anthills like this in my life. And they're like fire ants or some shit. It's like they'll attack you. I was like, Mark, thanks. And then he's making rattlesnake sounds because he's really good at making sound effects. And I'm like, holy shit. I just heard a fucking rattlesnake. And it's him messing around. That's Mark. That's why at that night video when we were walking, Mark said, Bill, if you hear a rattlesnake, it's going to be real because it's not me. He says, because at night, that's when you really, like dusk. Yeah. So, and hunting for I mean, he's out there in the backyard looking for scorpions. I told him, keep that shit away from me. I don't like spiders. I don't want to see scorpions. No. So it became like the big joke when I was in Roswell in Arizona. Messing with me. They sent me home with a lollipop with a scorpion inside. I was like, thanks. I have it somewhere. Like I have the lava rocks somewhere. I even have, this is true story. This is a true story. And I think this is what got me hit. I came back with white sand from White Sands in a Ziploc bag. I was the second person to walk through the TSA, and the bells and whistles go off. All the alarms are going off. And I'm like, oh shit. This is at 6:30 in the morning. I'm going through it. And I'm like the second person to walk through it. And it's going fucking crazy. They take my phone. They made me open my suitcase. And they probably thought the Ziploc of the sand was something else. I think. They saw, because it's not like sand, it's very fine. And it is white. And they were like, oh, I said, oh, shit. I forgot about the sand. Unbelievable. Well, and I had such a hard time closing that suitcase because I had so much shit that I had bought from Roswell to take home. And I had to sit on it and really like try to close this suitcase. And now here I am. They're forcing me to open it. And I know what I'm going to go through to try to close it again. Somebody's saying Yellowstone is active. That place is always active, though. I am an arachnophobe. But I won't harm spiders because they're really good to have, believe it or not, around. They get rid of pests. They're actually like pest control. They eat the bad ones. Really. It's good to have spiders around. But I'm like I gotta say, I am a little like a fanboy tonight, having those autographed, that Ancient Aliens live from tonight signed. I am like a fanboy. I gotta admit, it's gonna get framed. I'm looking at it right now. That's pretty cool. From tonight, I gotta say. I mean, come on, that is pretty fucking cool. I mean, really. That's pretty cool. I have to say, that's a definite thing to be put framed, and it will. I'm going to freaking Walmart tomorrow to get a frame for it. That's definitely a fanboy thing. Another one to add to the collection, and the pictures come Tuesday. I'll have the pictures with me with them. So, and if anybody comes to Pine Bush, I will definitely, and believe me, you don't have to take my word for this. Ask anybody who comes here. You will be VIP. You will be with me. You will be sitting with the speakers. You will be part of it. It was great. It was really good tonight. Last year, it was Nick Pope, Marianne Robb, and Dave Rich from UAPPD, Mark D'Antonio. Who else was there? I think it was maybe only them. And my friends were sitting right behind them, and they're sitting at a table dealing with the public, and the rest of us, well, I was sitting with them, but the rest of my friends are sitting right behind them. They're with us. They get into the conference center with me before it's even open to the public. Anyone with me, you're coming with me. That's how it is. Ask anyone. They will tell you that. So, if you're in Pine Bush area, New York, Hudson Valley, next year, June, contact me. We'll meet in Pine Bush when everybody else is here. And you're guaranteed to say hello and hang out with the people speaking there. And this year, next year, it just might be Giorgio. That's what I'm working on. So, I'm promising you, it's my word. Regardless who's there. If you're into this stuff. That's guaranteed. Mike's been invited. He lives far. He knows. Mike knows how I'm in the middle of it all. He knows. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I want to enjoy the rest of the night and stop talking. We're gonna stay on Rumbler Nation. We're gonna stay in Twitchy Land. We're getting off of Tube of You. We're getting off of Book of Face. Oh, hell yeah, I'm drinking apple juice. Are you kidding? I haven't tried apple juice in 2 weeks. It's music time. Brenda says, forget her sisters. She's moving down there to get Bill's Mountain of Gold. I like being single. The single life is freedom. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying anything. If you're married or whatever, I just like being single and free. That's just me. But let's get off those platforms. Because I really want to hang out, and I'm still celebrating the night. And I haven't even had a chance to because I've been talking for 2 hours. Let me end this one. You know where to go, Bob. You know where. Before I freaking get too tired, fall asleep. When the yawns start, that's never a good sign. All right, we're stopping on one of the tuba views. I have two of them going.